Welcome back to South Florida spearfishing. In this video, I went out for a shore dive by myself after Hurricane Helene. Here I come across a rock-tying grouper and just wanted to do some practice aiming at him. While I wanted to spend more time spearfishing, I came across a hole with 6 lobsters in it, so that ended up being what I did most of the morning. Here I'm scouting out the lobsters, taking a peek. I can only see one so far. Since this one was near the entrance to the hole, I used my snare to give him a tap on his tail so he would walk out, making it easier to get the snare around him. But once I got him out, shot right back in. This is when I went to go use my hands. On the next drop, I went up current a bit so that getting down to the bottom would be less strenuous. We're here in about 35 feet. I'm shining the hole and I see another lobster tucked right in there to the right. Wanted to check both sides though to know how many lobsters I was dealing with and which one would be the easiest to go for next. Since the hole opened on both sides, I started pushing to push him out the other way. And there goes one. And this is why I hate using a snare. Boom, missed him there. Closed it too early. Again. And third time's a charm. But the mistakes didn't end there. I ended up dropping this lobster while trying to get him in the bag. So here he took off in the sand and I had to drop down and try to get him again. And this is why I use my hands. He slipped the snare more like I had a bad angle. And you can see how fast they are as I chase them back to the reef. But I didn't give up. I breathed up and kept an eye on him the whole time, and here I go, dropping right back on him. But instead of using the snare, I used it to distract him. I threw it in front of him and grabbed him with my hands. Now we're back to the same hole. Get my light in there. I can see at least 2 in there, and I start giving a push again. One starts to come out the other side, but he doesn't want to come out all the way. But I finally get him to shoot out. And no snare this time. Use my hands. Not that there's anything wrong with using a snare. I'm just better with my hands. Back in the hole, attempting to use the same technique, but as you can see, I can't see where the lobsters exactly are, so I'm kind of pushing around. And if you don't really push them in the right place, you're not going to direct them where you want them to go. So here I'm just trying to shuffle them around, see if I can get them out to see them. Here I see one's wedged really deep back under a rock, and I'm trying to poke him out. After pushing the lobster from the other side, when I came back down, I used my light and I could see he was wedged under this tight space right here, kind of scraping at him, but once I got closer I can see his tail's really wedged under the rock. After breathing up, go back down, and this time I can see that I can just get in there and grab, but the problem is getting him from being unwedged under that rock. And if you don't know, those little lobster legs are some of the strongest things. You'd be surprised how hard it is to pull against them when you're digging in. Pulling. I got him around the horns and was able to pull him straight out. I ended up getting 6 lobsters out of that hole. Only 5 were legal though. 1 was short after measuring. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe.